Before you start ripping weeds out of your lawn, stop, because you might actually make the problem worse. I nearly did exactly that. Today I'll show you what to do first, what not to do, and the simple 7-day lawn reset to help your grass fight back. Right, number 1. First, look at why the weeds are winning. Before you touch a single weed, take a quick look at your lawn. Just stand there for a minute and ask, why are the weeds doing better than the grass? Because weeds usually don't take over a healthy, thick lawn for no reason. They sneak into gaps. They love weak grass. They love bare patches. They love compacted soil. And they absolutely love a lawn that has been cut too short. So if your lawn is full of weeds, the weeds are not really the main problem. They're more like the little warning lights on the dashboard. Annoying, yes, but useful. If you've got loads of weeds, it usually means the grass is struggling somewhere. So before you pull anything, check the basics. Is the lawn thin? Are there bare patches? Is the grass cut really short? Is one area always soggy or always dry? Because if you fix those things, you make life harder for the weeds before you even remove them. And that is much easier than fighting the same weeds every weekend like it's a personal feud. If this is already helping, please like and subscribe for more simple, no-fuss garden fixes. Right. Number 2 is the mistake that leaves the door wide open for more weeds. Raise the mower height. This one sounds too simple, but it can make a big difference. Raise the mower height. Seriously, if your lawn is full of weeds, one of the easiest first moves is to stop cutting the grass so short. A slightly longer lawn shades the soil. That means fewer weed seeds get the light they need to sprout. It also helps the grass grow stronger roots, and stronger grass is better at crowding out weeds. Think of it like this. If the grass is thick and healthy, weeds have to fight their way in. But if the grass is short, weak, patchy, and exhausted, the weeds basically walk in with a suitcase. So instead of mowing your lawn down to a tiny green carpet, try leaving it a little longer. Not wild jungle long, just not shaved. A good beginner rule is cut less off at once. Try not to remove more than about 1/3 of the grass height in one go. That way the lawn doesn't get shocked every time you mow. Because grass is a plant, and like most plants, it does not enjoy a sudden dramatic haircut. So before pulling weeds, ask yourself, could I simply mow a little higher for a few weeks? Number 3 is the bit most people forget, and it's what helps the grass actually fight back. Fill the bare patches before the weeds do. These areas are weed heaven, because nature does not like empty soil. If there's a gap, something will grow there, and if grass doesn't fill it, weeds probably will. So before you spend ages pulling weeds, make a plan to fill the gaps. This is where grass seed can help. You don't need to reseed the whole lawn if the whole lawn doesn't need it. Just focus on the bare and thin patches. Scratch the surface of the soil a little. Sprinkle some grass seed, lightly cover it, keep it watered, and give it time. Not one afternoon, not 3 hours, actual time. Grass seed can be a bit slow to show off. At first, you think nothing is happening. Then suddenly, tiny green shoots appear, and you forgive everything. The key is keeping those patches lightly moist while the seed gets going. Not flooded, not abandoned, just gently watered. And here's the important bit. If you pull weeds from a patchy lawn but don't add grass back in, you've just created fresh little spaces for more weeds. So the goal is not just remove weed. The goal is replace weed with grass. That's the bit that makes the difference. Pulling weeds leaves holes. Growing grass fills them. And if you remember one thing from this video, make it that. Don't just remove the problem. Fill the space with the thing you actually want. Number 4. Water the lawn deeply, not constantly. Sometimes the top looks a bit sad, so we give it a quick sprinkle. Then another quick sprinkle. Then another. But lots of shallow watering can encourage shallow roots, and shallow roots make grass weaker. Weaker grass means more room for weeds. So if your lawn needs water, it's usually better to water less often but more deeply. That encourages the roots to grow down, and deeper roots help the grass handle dry spells better. Now, obviously, this depends on your weather. If it's been raining every 5 minutes, please don't go out there watering like you're in the desert. But if your lawn is dry and struggling, a proper deep watering is often more useful than a quick splash. Also, early morning is usually better than late evening because the grass has time to dry during the day. Wet grass sitting overnight can sometimes encourage other problems. So the simple version is, don't baby the surface, support the roots. Strong roots help grow thick grass. Thick grass helps crowd out weeds. Number 5. Pull the right weeds the right way. For big individual weeds, like dandelions, try to get the root out. If you just snap the leaves off at the top, the root can stay in the ground and regrow. A small hand weeder can help, or even just a narrow tool to loosen the soil around the root. The goal is to remove as much of the root as possible. If the soil is slightly damp, weeds often come out more easily. So after rain or after watering can be a better time than trying to pull weeds out of dry, hard ground. Dry ground makes the roots snap. Damp ground is more cooperative. The long-term answer is making the grass thick enough that fewer weeds get the chance. And if you do use any lawn weed product, always check the label carefully and make sure it's suitable for lawns. Because some weed killers do not gently help. Some will take out the weeds, the grass, and possibly your hopes for the afternoon. So read the instructions, use the right product, and keep pets and children away from treated areas according to the label. Now, instead of trying to fix the whole lawn in one go, here's the simple 7-day reset I'd follow. Day 1. Walk around the lawn and spot the problem areas. Bare patches, thin grass, very short grass, dry spots, soggy spots, places where weeds are winning. Day 2. Raise the mower height and stop cutting the lawn too short. Give the grass a chance to recover. Day 3. Pull the biggest obvious weeds, especially ones with deep roots, and try to remove the root properly. Day 4. Patch the bare spots with grass seed. Don't leave empty soil sitting there like an open invitation. Day 5. Water the new seed gently if it needs it. Keep it moist, not swampy. Day 6. Leave it alone. This is very hard for gardeners. We do love interfering. But sometimes the best thing you can do is let the lawn get on with it. Day 7. Look again, just for progress. A lawn doesn't fix itself in a week, but in a week, you can stop making the problem worse. And that's a good start. Try this reset and let me know what's causing the most trouble in your lawn. Thanks for watching. See you next time.